Hi, I'm Amber Kallis. I'll be giving my informative speech on career choices for Communications 101, March 5th, 2015. My career choice is becoming a registered nurse. Something I've always wanted to do, something I've always had interest in, and there's so many great reasons why I want to become a nurse, and tonight I will be covering a few of those. So the first topic we'll talk about tonight is the wage portion. According to the BLS here in the state of Nevada, there are currently over 16,000 nurses employed either in doctor's offices or hospitals throughout the state. Here in Las Vegas, Nevada, we have over 12,000 nurses, and that's mainly because our population is one of the largest in Nevada. And even though a couple years ago we had the employment drop, nurses have never really had to worry about their jobs. There's such a high demand for them. We even have people coming from out of state to work here. And one cool thing about that is most places that are hiring registered nurses give them a relocation or a sign-on bonus. Those can be anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000 depending on where they're coming from and how much family they're bringing with them. And to me that's pretty cool because that'll help them get established here before they start their career here. Also, if you work in labor and delivery or in the intensive care unit, any specialty kind of area in the hospital, you'll make a little bit more money as well. But the base pay getting out of school for nursing is $36 an hour, and that can turn into $35,000 to $95,000 a year. That, of course, depends on your schooling or how many years you have put in. So to me, that's a pretty good living. Anybody can have a great living off that, and that's probably the main reason I'd like to become a nurse, besides helping other people. Also, to throw that in there real quick, you only have to work 4 days a week. Usually you work like 4, sometimes even 3 days a week, depending on how many hours you work. So that's really cool if you have kids at home and you get really good insurance. So that's another little part we'll speak about. The next topic would be the education side of it. Now, education gets a little tricky because it can be really, really long to get into working in a hospital or getting your degree. 72 credits just to get your applied science degree, and that comes after you get your prerequisites. Prereqs can be anything from math, English, science. Pretty much prereqs are the same for every student attending college. So my suggestion is to get those done first, then apply to nursing school. There is a waiting list, so keep that in mind. Be patient. Another thing you want to clear up before you get into nursing school would be getting your background check done, which is fingerprinting at the sheriff's department, having a license here in the state of Nevada, a permanent one. Also getting CPR certified, which is, they say it's recommended, not necessary, but good to have. A couple ways to get ahead of the game, or to get into the hospital, I should say. You can apply to become a CNA or an LPN. That way you can start working in the hospital and then take extra classes while you're working. That way you can be established in the hospital before you become an RN. A couple of the schools you can attend here in Nevada are UNLV, CS Center Great Basin. Those you can attend online or in person. You can also attend a couple of just online classes to get started. Me personally, I like to go to school in person. I feel like I learn better, I get better hands-on, and being with other students, we can kind of work together to figure out, what the teacher's talking about. There's a lot of information in nursing, so you got to be ready to go. I would suggest also going full-time because it is such a long degree. And be patient, again, because it will take some time. The third thing we'll talk about for becoming a registered nurse is, the personal side of it. And I listed 5 main reasons, why we do it, why people want to become nurses. And I always like to bring up the point where we've all gotten hurt in our lives, where we've had to make that trip to the ER, and I always remember the nurses being compassionate, being selfless, self-aware, and always having really good knowledge. but we're there for the patient. We're there to help them. Nurses are the backbone of the hospital. They're the first person you see walking in and the last person you see when leaving. So nursing is a really great career. It's in a high demand, and I'm excited because I get to start in January. So I can't wait, and hopefully I won't see you in the ER anytime soon. A couple of the sites that I checked are csnnursinggroup.com and Nursing Together. That concludes my informative presentation on my career choice, which is nursing. Thank you.